Hi, nice to see you again. For thousands of years, the relationship between the sun and the moon was perfect. The moon was reflecting the light of the sun. The moon did not shine on its own, but it only reflected the light of the sun to the earth. People started enjoying the moonlight, and birthday parties and evenings were made possible because of the moon. The moon became the symbol of romance, love, and nursery rhymes and high hopes. The entire universe felt envy about the moon, and one day a star had a conversation with the moon. The star came to the moon and said, "I know it's tough being a moon." The moon said, "What do you mean?" "I'm happy being a moon. The people look up to me for what they need, and I look up to the sun for what I need. I depend on the sun, and he gives me what I need, and I give the people for what they need." The star said, "You're very right. You always need to depend on the sun for what you need." The moon said, "What do you mean?" The star continued and said, "Yes, you don't have your own light. You always have to illuminate and reflect his light." "What do you think, moon? You don't have your own name." The moon started thinking. "So what do you want me to do?" said the moon. The star said, "Stop reflecting his light and start generating your own light. Why don't you have your own name? Why don't you become your own boss?" The moon changed his mind. He set off for a new journey. He slimmed himself, shaped himself, and made his surface smooth as a baby's face. He put on the punks and the preps were out. The entire universe and all the other elements in the galaxy started visiting the moon, congratulating and complimenting the moon. The moon was happy for a while. All this was not for too long. Why? Because the moon started turning pale yellow and he started feeling cold, very cold, and missed the warmth that he used to get from the sun. All his friends fled away. Compliments went down and giggles started rising. The moon realized that he made a big mistake. Suddenly, he felt an old familiar warmth that he used to feel. A bright light started shining from the back of the moon. He turned around and looked, and you're right, it was the sun. The sun said, "I'm glad you're back." And the moon was again reunited with the sun. If you have clearly noticed, I have just depicted a very old, beautiful story that is written in the book of Genesis. You're very right. It is the story of Adam and Eve, God and the devil. God symbolizes the sun in the story, and the moon symbolizes Adam and Eve in the story, and the star is of course the fallen angel who took human beings away from God. Of course, human beings set out and started becoming their own bosses, but not too long they realized that they have lost their purpose. But a light shone from behind. When we turned around, we saw the Son of Righteousness hanging on the cross and said, "I haven't moved away from my love for you. I'm always standing here." And there you go. You and I are united with God, and God shines bright upon us, and we start illuminating and reflecting His light to the people of the world. There could be much more for you to share. Please take a moment and reflect your thoughts on this beautiful story, and I'll be happy to read them. And please don't forget to subscribe, and please do help me share this beautiful message with a lot more friends. And thanks for all your love.